Hello, 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 and welcome back to the oft-awaited, much-anticipated, really unaffiliated cast of Andrew Bortz'z doing another race on expert mode in a Caterham. And we're coming to you from Belgium today, the land of
No, we're not.
things that are wet.
What? How are we in Belgium? You're in America, I'm in Russia.
As
That is,
Valentin trolls us, once again, you can tell he's here again to make my life a living hell.
it's really fake Belgium. And really much anticipated. Who are you kidding here? Like, even as PR speak, that won't fly.
And
Thanks
that
for
was
that,
the
Andrew.
grid.
That was nice. That, like, he has no faith in my ability to read.
No, I don't.
Fuck you.
I don't trust him. I already know what Ilya would do. He'd be like, okay, I'm on exam.
Oh dear.
As we see Boards going through his usual set of business. 46% chance of rain, so probably not going to have to see the blues or the greens come out. Should be a dry race, but even that said, Belgium is one of the more interesting tracks we've seen on the calendar so far in the past sports commentary bonanzas. Where does he start? P18, so in front of his teammate, and behind Grosjean, who's doing a very typical qualifying performance from him. Wonder how many penalties he's gotten this time. Being led off, of course, by Vettel in P2, beat by Button, who spending this year bitching more than he is winning, and Alonso in P3. So it depends. Nobody really up there to stop the front of the grid from running away as we see Bort's dicking around with his tires some more. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, that was the shittiest F1 analysis I've ever heard.
You've obviously not heard the American commentaries before.
I don't know. If you really expect Button to be winning in that McLaren,
No, in this is F1 2012, Sunshine. The McLarens were
no,
good that year.
no, that's true. That's true.
That's why I said he's spending this year bitching more than he is winning. Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. Here we go.
I don't
Just for
think
you,
you do.
Sunshine. Here comes the head whips.
I just imagine that his neck is really tired. He's trying to crack it.
Or maybe not. Damn it, Bortz!
Damn it!
There's Jensen. There's Andrew. There's Hakey. And there's our grid. Lined up. Immediately turning the wheel to the left, to the right. There's Grosjean. There's a little head whip for you, Valentin. We got 3 lights already. 4, 5, and we are away. And yet another shitty start from Bortz. Gets a bunch of wheel spin in first gear. Mixes it up to Rick's 3. Mixes it up to Mix 3? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Braking. Couple landing on the inside. Looks like we have Vern on the outside, I think. Squeezes Vern a little bit to the outside. The rest of it was a little wide going into the first corner. Nothing he can't handle, though. I'm probably going to take those tires like 50 laps, even though it's only a 44-lap race. As Grosjean being an idiot again. Brake checking Bortz. Bortz lucky to not lose his front wing there. As we see DeResta trying to make a bit of a move on the outside. Bortz says, no, you don't. I'm going to have this place. Bortz up to P17. Or P18 on the grid, I think. Maybe he started P17. I don't even remember anymore. Taking it very easy on the downshifts there, not wanting to light the tires up. Flicking it back down to mix 2, taking a more conservative approach on field than I think he ever has in the past. Those are your first couple corners out of the way.
Very exciting.
Indeed. Now it becomes a matter.
I'm just waiting till your battery runs out and you stop spouting some random nonsense about mix 2 and mix 3 and shit, and just watch the racing.
Well, I could go all night, honey.
Oh dear.
We see Grosjean pulling away a little bit of a gap. That's a little bit disconcerting. Hopefully somebody up there mixes it up and backs him into Bortz'z, and Bortz'z could just overtake them all. A little bit of flickering. I'm assuming that's Bortz's computer being a whore.
Doesn't look like he has much pace on this track in the dry.
No.
Must be the discrepancy between the cars must be especially notable here.
Indeed.
He is keeping Vernon the rest of behind, but it's just gonna be a long one, I think.
Yes.
Oh dear.
A little bit off the track limits there, but nothing too
Here's the runoff. That's a bus stop. Oh wow, they're braking a lot into bus stop.
Grosjean's on the hard tire, and
there we
goes Gurke mode again. Bortz'z is going to have a look on the outside. I don't know if he's going to be able to bonsai. Bonsai! As we take Grosjean, we're going to take Hulkenberg. Are we going to take Hulkenberg? Senna going to back him up? Nope.
We're clearly not going to take Hulkenberg. How did she even think that was?
If Senna backed up Hulkenberg, all Bortz'z would have had to do was give it a squirt of throttle and cut him off.
They clearly didn't.
Exactly. It didn't work out. And such is the way of racing. So we've cleared the French idiot, and now we're behind
the Camel Straight.
I'm sorry?
Is this called the Camel Straight? I'm trying to remember.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Into Lacombe?
I think so.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of braking into that corner.
Yeah, generally when you're coming off of the longest straight, a lot of braking is involved. As we go into Tarantula, I think?
Oh, okay, now I'm out.
Or something like that.
I know the first couple of...
I know this corner here doesn't have a name. For whatever reason.
I don't know if you can fight it to the points. I mean, they clearly are all pulling each other up with the train, but...
Well, who's at the head of that train, though, I wonder? Because I mean, you see the top three, Vettel, Button, and Alonso, in whatever order they may be in, they're streaming away. Who started fourth?
Valtteri Bottas.
He started third.
Apical. Well, yeah, I know he started third. And he's not in this game. That probably was the first thing you should have mentioned.
Never know, Bortz'z could have modded it with the new 2013 name.
Mod. They still haven't shown anything out of F1 2013 at the E3.
I mean, how's it going to be different than 2012? Same shit, different day.
Well, they still got to show something.
Yeah.
Even same thing, at least. Like
breaking
even
news. F1 2013 is showing the back of Hulkenberg a little bit there. Somebody up there is braking massively into that corner. I don't know who. Bortz'z has a look on the inside of Hulkenberg. Has a look on the inside of Senna. Takes Senna. Gives him a Kamui kiss, and we are away.
Gotta compromise his exit there.
But, 2 more places in 1 lap. It's looking like that first corner is going to be the place where Bortz'z does all of his overtaking this race, rather. But, yeah, I mean, breaking news, F1 2013 has no cockpit view.
How do you know that? Or is that just a guess?
It's a guess for me. It's going to have no cockpit view.
Yeah,
it's not going to have qualifying 1 and 2 because, you know, who actually qualifies 3 times in real F1? It probably will have some form of microtransactions.
I dig that. I don't have a problem with microtransactions. I don't know why people bash.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Well, it's like I don't understand why people bash the always online thing while they're using an online connection to make a comment on the internet.
Some people have, like, I know some people who use an online connection all the time and have a really bad online connection that will screw their gaming.
I don't see how, though. If you have to only, like, connect for, like, a second...
Okay, yeah, okay. But that's not how Ubisoft works. Like, Ubisoft's PC...
Ubisoft's PC interface is weird. Yeah. And no matter how many times I try to uninstall that shit, it reinstalls itself. Bastards. But they make some good games, so I'll forgive them.
Yeah. You really do.
Now we have a much bigger gap to Ricardo than we ever had to... Looks like Grosjean is following Bortz'z through the field. Surprisingly, hasn't crashed into anybody yet. He sees himself up in P15. Who is that? Is that just the AI braking that early, or is that somebody up there holding... Is that Rosberg having to brake really early? As we see now Raikkonen getting passed by Ricardo. Is Ricardo going to try and make a move on... No, not really. But Bortz'z might make a move on the outside of Raikkonen. On the outside of Ricardo. Ooh, nicely done. It's now 3 wide going.
Very, very early braking from Ricardo. That should cost him the position right here.
Yeah, it will.
And it does.
Bortz'z is going to get DRS on Rosberg, so we should see him closing on up. Actually, no, because then Rosberg will get it on whoever's in front of him. And we're going to have a DRS train down the Camel Straight.
Field's still kind of bunched up except for the first 3, isn't that?
Yeah, Button, I think, has a bit of a gap. And then, it might actually be the first 4. I can't really tell. That little group in the...
My quality's even worse than yours, so...
Yeah. I think it's only 2, but I can't say with any certainty.
Did you see reflections of the crew during Ubisoft's E3 presentation?
Yeah, that's debatable with me.
It's...
From a technical standpoint, it looks freaking brilliant, but from a gameplay standpoint, I'm just like,
It's, Did you like Driver San Francisco?
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Oh, well, then you're dead inside.
It was an alright game. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't anything special.
I thought it was something really special. Like, I'm a really big fan of Driver San Francisco just for what it represents, more than anything, really.
What does it represent?
That really creative shining spark in racing games that we don't get too often. With storytelling, with inventive stuff, with actual proper racing in the middle of all of that. I like that.
I guess it succeeded where the Need for Speed series and their storytelling has fallen flat on its ass.
Yeah. They showed some new Need for Speed game. It looks alright, but only because it's not developed by Criterion. And again,
well, Criterion are good at Burnout.
They are good developers.
Developed Burnout, and I don't know why they don't develop Burnout. You'd think Burnout, a game about, as we're going to take Rosberg on the outside here, you would think that a game with that kind of stuff would be perfect for a next-gen launch.
Yeah, I agree.
A tech demonstrator, if nothing else.
And I really don't like their Need for Speed games. That's the biggest problem.
I liked Hot Pursuit just because it brought back the nostalgia of the old Hot Pursuit games, and that's for me on a personal level. Me and my dad played Hot Pursuit, the original one, a lot, and so this one we played online. It was fun. So for me, it's like I have like a personal nostalgia, but
yeah, but it still goes straight the game, isn't it? It doesn't really feature intricate turning. Doesn't feature really good driving physics. Doesn't really feature any particularly good racing.
It's more of a combat kind of thing. It's more of like a
guess.
Metal Light.
Yeah, I see that.
I actually haven't even played the new Twisted Metal. I don't.
Neither have I.
Good.
We're giving Rosberg a light touch on the rear. Maybe we should pay attention now because I'm sure in 10 minutes this race will dissolve into shit and boredom.
Yeah, very true. We gave Brittany Baby a light touch on the ass, like you said. She doesn't want to be hit baby one more time, so forming a gap to Bortz'z. Ricardo seems to have taken the place off of Grosjean, or Grosjean's crashed somewhere. I don't know which.
I wonder what would happen if in actual F1 that kind of tap happened. Would Bortz'z probably be
Bortz'z
gone?
would have probably lost a bit of his cascades,
Yeah.
but not much more damage. It probably would have been a little less extreme than the Weber incident.
Mm-hmm. You don't get to bump draft in F1, and you don't get to like tap people into corners. It really annoys me that this game allows that.
Well, I mean, the masters of code don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I really should be nicer to them! Holy shit!
Wow.
Shit.
And that's a lot of damage. Or slight damage, okay, never mind.
What?
A lot of slight damage.
What happened there?
Just early braking AI going mad balls. Ford, stop. Stop. Well, this is going to be arduous.
This is going to be interesting. Can he make up the space? He has clean air now, so I mean, maybe he has more pace than he showed. This might
if he can brake like that one more time, why not?
Well, here's the thing. He was always in traffic. Now that he has clear space, this might work into his hands for a pitch strategy overtake, not necessarily on-track overtaking. He can set a few banker times, blitz through, catch back up, and then come in for a set of hards.
Jumping him in the pit. Well, First of all, his front wing's damaged, which doesn't have flyers.
Yeah, but this game doesn't
doesn't
realistically simulate the times. It takes 6 seconds to change a wing, and I've raced on slight damaged wings before and kept a consistent pace compared to no damage. You can do it.
I know it doesn't do much, but I figured it does something.
It's more of a balance thing. You just got to get used to the new balance of the car. Once you do that, you can pretty much push it as hard as you want.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was close.
That's that bit of a balance thing I'm talking about. He didn't have as much front grip as he thought he did because missing a cascade or two. It's just like
All right, let's see. 3.5 to Jean-Eric Van, who, by the way, rumored to be now in contention for that second Red Bull seat, which, how wasn't he before? I don't know.
He's good, but I mean, I think he would be at the tail end of all the potential candidates, bar Ricardo.
Well, there's three.
Oh, we got a spinner, we got a spinner!
There we go! What the fuck is going on with this turn?
Ricardo, I don't know if Senna turned him or if he just turned himself, but Bortz'z has significant damage now to the front wing. That will be handling.
I think they coded the AI for this track, right? But then it came to the bus stop chicane, how they just said, fuck it, took a coffee break and forgot to do
sort of like all the practice sessions. Like I said, I should be nicer to Codemaster since our Grid 2 videos will probably be making us money.
Oh, and since it's really fun, even though there's a lot of problems with it.
Well, there's not many problems with Grid 2. That's funny. It's like they put more love and care into a game that no one really has any brand recognition with, as compared to Formula fucking 1, which the entire world, bar America, knows about.
Oh, come on, Paul. That
was fair.
That was fair. Yeah, I guess he was not side by side.
Bortz'z just gonna have a struggle just getting back. I could see him pitting in this lap, just switching onto the hards. It's not going to do him any favors though, unless somehow the weather predictions are wrong and we do get rain.
Well, he can't race like that. I mean, it's completely unviable. I mean, you'll make it to the pits and your scheduled lap, but you're going to be so far behind everybody.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. He needs to come in, but what I'm saying is that this screws any kind of strategy gift he might have had that I was talking about earlier with the gaps and all that shit. This just ruined it, so we'll have to see how Bortz'z recovers.
Well, I'm guessing hard.
It's yet another recovery drive from Bortz'z. Well, those tires aren't that worn. Those are the mediums. They took him, I mean, you can easily get that a quarter of the race. If we're assuming that the hards are twice as durable, that's half the race.
Well, basically put on hards right now, or
Bortz'z. Bortz'zy boy, what are you doing? To be fair, he's not really getting that much of a gap to DiResta, and he'll get DRS, but I mean, once you get past this pack, what are you going to do with the rest of the field?
You know, it was going to be a two-stopper either way, wasn't it? Or is he going for one?
I think he was going option prime. I think he might be trying now to do a one-stop. He might just try to adapt it to a one-stop. But
now, just after he's broken his front wing, he wants to decrease the amount of stops?
Yeah, why not?
That makes no sense to me.
Yes, it does. If these tires can last, if he can keep on a decent...
Yeah, but he's nurturing a car with a broken front wing. You want to get that into
gap
pits.
The rest of them.
Kind of. He could have been doing it a lot better. He could have felt a lot better with the car if he just dived into the pits and then started putting in fast laps with the other compound.
It's hard to call, because then you end up basically wasting a stop. Because you have to put on the hards.
He's still going two stops.
Coming for another set of options, and you come out too early, you're basically going to have to either extend the hards through a lifetime you don't want to, or extend the option stint. And we all know what happens when Bortz'z extends his option stint, shit explodes.
Yeah, I guess. I don't see it. I think this is a huge mistake. And I think so does DiResta is running away into the background. I do imagine then, though, that this 1.7 second gap will be gone into bus stop, because I don't even know what the hell's going on with bus stop this race.
Oh, they're parking the bus. There we go.
So what was that one lap about?
Evaluation to see it. I'm assuming it was probably an eval just to see if he could get himself back on the pace, get in a rhythm. But obviously that wasn't gonna happen. So I think we're gonna just. All right, he's gonna stick with his original strategy. Just have to extend the stints a little bit.
Sports Build suggests that Vettel extended his contract with Red Bull Racing until the end of 2015. What else is new?
Who cares? Who cares what the whiny bitch does? What's this traffic? Is this right?
Apparently we all do, because the whiny bitch is also a spectacular racer. Oh, hey, Raikkonen.
Hey, Kimi.
Having a performance not unlike his Montreal.
Yeah. Oh, easy. And I goes to the right and Bortz'z goes up to the other side and it looked like Kimi let him through and it is okay.
Wow, Kimi letting people through? What? Why didn't you turn in on him?
Yeah, Bortz'z should have acted more like Perez and tried to chop off his front wing. Would have made for good viewing.
Charlie Whiting said it was Kimi's fault, so I'm okay with that. As much as I'm not too fond of Perez at the moment, I'll blame Kimi over him any day.
Yeah, it's because you have a hard-on for hating Kimi.
It's because everybody loves him so much, and he does not deserve it in the slightest. It's phenomenal.
What people do to deserve people's love is different from every person to every person, and not subject to every.
I know, and you're all weird people. You're all weird.
Yep. And I love my Kimi Räikkönen. So there you go.
And I actually like, in all honesty, I actually do think he was at fault in that Monaco incident.
Yeah.
I think they both messed up, but
I wanted to see him punch Perez, because Perez has disappointed me so hard.
Punchline, hashtag punchline, Lotus F1.
Perez has disappointed me so much this year, it's not even funny.
And you want him to see him punched?
Yeah, why not?
Because people shouldn't be punched in the face.
And why? I'm not saying kill the guy.
Yeah,
knock
just
sense into his ass.
God, if Kimi were to do that, I'd actually rather want to see him in jail for a couple of months so he can miss a couple of Grand Prix. Much rather see Valsecki than Raikkonen.
I would kiss him, and I don't care if he punched me afterwards.
I'm sure he'd be done with it. Actually, I do kind of want Kimi to go to Red Bull, since if he does that, I can completely stop liking Red Bull entirely. And
you haven't already done that.
Nah, they still got Weber, and I'm okay with Christian Horner. I'm really Mateschitz.
Oh god, this is awesome. Guy, one of our viewers at F35 Flyer on Twitter, posted in response to my, how long y'all reckon before they announced no cockpit cam in F1 2013? And the guy responded, I put my money on release day. That is freaking epic and worth a shout out on our show. /cast/ whatever this is. I can't even tell what we're doing anymore. Bortz'z in P8 scene, struggling to recover. If you're just joining in the middle of the race, what the hell's wrong with you? It's recorded.
Yeah, that's weird.
But if you are, for whatever weird reason, Bortz'z recovering from his love-in with DiResta and Ricciardo and Senna, I believe it was. P8 scene, option tires, no chance in hell if the race stays like this, really. He was barely gapping before, and now...
I'm looking up F1 2013 news, and I don't see shit. I mean... Really?
What?
Well, around E3 they usually have a booth and stuff. They usually show off the game. They really got nothing.
They haven't had anything for 3 years.
That's not... If that was true...
Hey, look at the race, dumbass. We're about to take Hulkenberg, and now we're not.
Who cares? It's for 17.
Yeah, well, it's more exciting than anything Codemasters can come up with. Is we're gonna go on the Tarantula.
If you hate Codemasters games so much, why are we doing commentary on a Codemasters
Because
game?
I get paid.
Well, okay, but why do you play it so much?
Because you assholes keep making me buy them.
I didn't make you buy F1 2012. You play that all on your own accord. I don't even have F1 2012.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. But like Grid 2, I wasn't even gonna buy that shit, and then you're like, Matt, you really need to buy Grid 2, and then it like,
But you like Grid 2.
To buy on Grid 2. And I'm like, okay, Ilya, and I bought it, and it's fun, I'll admit, but at least when I play Grid 2, I don't get the feeling that an amazing license is being destroyed, misused, undervalued, and mangled.
I can see that. I can see
monkeys who don't know the sport that they're trying
to show something.
Represent.
I want to get hyped, even if it's going to be dashed. I want to see what else they can put in. And there's nothing. I want to see something. I want to see, some sort of live the life feature. I want to see some response to all the criticism that's been given over the unpopular measures in F1 2012.
I mean, they're not going to respond. Every time you try to talk about them on the forums, they ban you. I've been banned.
What?
And not for trolling. I wasn't in trolly angry.
What did they do?
I asked them whose idea it was to implement the slowdown graphs. I'm like, it hasn't worked in Forza. Why would you guys add that instead of fixing the penalty system? Because, I mean, you have modders that have fixed the penalty system on PC. It's like, why not ask them to incorporate some of their ideas? And I got no response from a moderator. I just got banned.
Oh, dear.
So, it's hard to, for me to get hype anyway when, basic concerns aren't dealt with. And if they are dealt with, it's swept
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And slow down cross in Forza really does not work.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know no game's going to be perfect, but, I mean, you have developers like, say, CCP or, Rockstar or Valve who win...
SI Games.
SI Games. When things...
Actually, SI Games has a couple of problems, but...
Well, they do. Everyone has problems, but at least when an issue crops up with them and you post about it, they'll be like, okay, or Eugen Systems. They'll be like, okay, this is this issue, we'll look into it, we'll try to deal with it. They listen, they interact,
Or Eugen.
They make Wargame European Escalation, Wargame Airland Battle.
Ah, okay.
They're really good, though, with communicating with the community, and they're like, okay, we'll look at the issue. They realize, unlike
now that I think about it.
Codemasters have this god complex where they think they are the end-all be-all and they know everything and everything they do is perfect, and if you speak against them, smite you. Which it doesn't work that way. Sorry to say, Sunshines, but that's not how it works. Your game's not perfect, and you get a lot more people, including me, off your ass if you acknowledged it wasn't perfect and worked to fix your issues. You've shown with F1 2012 that you can issue more than one patch for a game. Credit where it's due, they issued a lot of patches for the PC version. When it first started, it was undrivable. And now it's only semi-undrivable because their handling model sucks. But you've shown that you have the ability to, you don't have the will to. Because instead of fixing 2012, you'd rather try and fix it for your next release, only to break other things and not fix them because you'll fix them for your 2014 release. Repeat ad nauseum.
I think the 2014 release is going to be an entirely new gen of F1 games. I hope so, because this is getting rather old. It's still on rails, and it's still old now, and it feels like the mid 2000s FIFA games, sort of on PC when they were getting to the end of their cycle, and then they came out with the really good next-gen versions. I want to believe Codemasters will do the same thing. Do I believe that? I don't know.
It almost makes me wonder if they've shelled out so much money to retain exclusivity on the license that they just don't have it for development. Because these are really just shells of the last game with a little bit of polish, a little bit of shine.
Honestly,
and their proprietary, their weather system is the only thing unique about their products that actually works.
The thing I am quite surprised at is Codemasters really aren't big enough for F1 to self-publish. And that's a bit harsh. Yeah, they've been in publishing for a while. But in the latest years, all they've done is publish racing games, and I don't think you should self-publish that if it's a very expensive license. And like, reach out to EA.
It's not like they're using their self-publishing as a way to incorporate more creative license.
Yeah, no.
I saw Rain.
Ooh. That was a good pass on Schumacher, who was exiting the pits or something.
Yeah, it's raining in the Eau Rouge. But yeah, it's not like they're incorporating more creative freedom because they say, oh, well, the license restricts this. Okay, fair enough. But, it's just like, all right, so off of Codemasters file, rain is starting to come down, and this could play into Bortz'z hands brilliantly. The AI are just coming in now for their schedule.
It never does.
Shut up.
It never does.
Shut up. The AI
like you've never watched
Shut
any
up!
of these.
Asshole. Way to spoil it. My God.
You know it's not gonna work. Stop
No,
fucking
but people don't know that. First time viewers of the series don't know that.
If they're watching this for the first time, I'm sorry if you're watching this for the first time. Why did you make it to the 31-minute mark? What is wrong with you?
People need their F1 fixed.
Go outside. Pet your cat. Eat a homeless man. I don't know, just... Really? 31.5 minutes of this? I'm not very good at PR, am I?
No. That's why if I ever form an F1 team, you're going to be the guy in the back who just is there for a token position.
Can I be the, right rear mechanic who fucks up the pit stops? I'm guessing that's a no.
Be the guy that cleans the visors.
Do you remember which team James Allison is tied to now? Or rumored to be tied to? Is it Red Bull?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah,
hence where a lot of the original Kimi to Red Bull rumors came from.
Lotus is in deep shit. Well, the Kimi to Red Bull rumors aren't rumors. That is a distinct possibility because.
Well, no, it is, but I'm saying originally when there were just rumblings, when it started to become serious, more than just a hey.
Natasha said it. Natasha said it himself. Yeah, we'd consider that.
Yeah, but
that
was after Allison.
Yeah. No, was it?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It was a bit after Allison left, actually, a couple of weeks.
But didn't Allison leave not a long time ago? Because Matesh had said that a long time ago.
No, he didn't.
Oh, God. Okay. James Allison. Lotus. When he leave it?
As we see as,
8th of May. And Matesh... Raikkonen. 3rd of April.
As we see Bortz'z now gaining up press, the rain is pouring now.
You are completely wrong.
And
you're wrong by a month.
And you're completely shit. As the rain is pouring down now, Bortz'z is barely maintaining the traction. Doesn't really help the day as grass on his left front.
So what's he gonna do now if the rain is pouring down so hard? Like a few laps on enters and then... Or...
I don't know. It depends on how far he can get on dry. Holy shit, it is pouring.
Yeah,
Where did this come from? Viva Spa, I guess.
Yeah, Viva Spa, but... Wait, but why is he staying out on...
Well, he still has grip. He hasn't locked up
I
yet.
guess. That's kind of weird. It's gotten wet enough to lose grip.
Well, not necessarily.
It's gotten really, well, look at the color of the track.
It's getting darker, but you gotta...
Oh, come on. Andrew. What the fuck was that?
It's getting darker, but you gotta remember the tires are still hot. They can still vaporize some of the water for a while.
Well,
if it's not... And you gotta also remember that the bone dry track soaks up the water before it starts to pool on top. It makes sense from a physical standpoint. Bortz'z having to slow down quite a bit more for that corner than he normally would.
Yeah.
I think this
Like
is
it was
probably
gonna run really wide.
this is gonna have to be
lap.
his in lap.
Yeah.
There are a couple more corners that he can go. If he can make it through this corner, he should be okay because there's significant runoff.
I don't know. I don't think he should.
Well, there's significant enough.
Stay out.
No. But what I'm saying is he'll be okay to make it to the pit stop because after this, there's enough runoff in the areas that he could go off track and not wreck his car.
Honestly, I think that's the advantage he lost by not pitting in last lap.
What?
Because the advantage of being able to go through these parts a lot quicker than the rest of the AI is going because none of the AI pitted. When you're like in the position that Bortz'z is in, having made his first stop and like running in 13th or something, you'd think that, you know, a bold strategy would be nice.
Yeah, true. Well, it's still not dead yet. He can still take it.
It's not dead, but it's a huge missed opportunity, just like Codemasters with F1.
Yeah, there we go. A lockup, and Bortz'z is going to have to avoid the pit lane this time. There's no way he could...
And that's a disaster.
That's not gone well. Now he's going to have to go a whole lap on slick tires on a track that's getting wetter and wetter and wetter.
I'm actually quite surprised this was an hour and 35 minutes and not just like 35 minutes. Because I'd expect him to bin it right about now.
Well, your confidence in Bortz'z is overwhelming. It's getting wetter than a porn star up in here. We're going to have to see how Bortz'z is able to handle the 5, something like that, miles of Spa on the wrong tire. And a dash hits.
Yeah, miles or something like that. I was going to say 7, but that's in kilometers.
Yeah, people in the archaic measuring systems.
Really? We're actually going there. Alright, he has Perez a second behind him, so I'm just gonna assume that Perez didn't stop either.
I'm just assuming there's gonna be a massive crash.
Look, nobody stopped. He's still in 11th.
There was still the grip in that last lap. There's still some grip out here now. It's raining heavier again. The one thing Codemasters is right. The localized weather system is pretty awesome. It's now this section.
I don't think the AI reacts to it particularly well. The AI does not fuse with the weather well at all. But
well, I mean, maybe they could for the next generation integrate that whole cloud thing that Forza is doing.
Yeah.
Same thing with the AI. Oh, and look at that. Look how slow they are.
Yeah, they're weird. None of them stopped.
Bortz'z is going to have to come in now. The question becomes, what do you come in for at this point? You're going to have to put wets on eventually if this rain keeps up, but do you put them on early, like now, and burn them for a few laps, or do you just do a really short interstint?
Why can I not stop thinking about a next-gen burnout or flat out?
Because it's orgasmic to think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is going to get ugly.
Oh god, don't try to overtake him. You really don't need that. Thank you. Alright, we're in the pits, and so is everybody else in the world, except for some poor souls that just ruined their race. Oh! You know what I would expect in a situation like that, an actual F1 race? I'd expect plenty of fucking double stacking.
Yeah.
Because everybody's pitting in at pretty much the same time. But I don't see any.
There was some.
There was some?
So now we're on the inter tire.
Now we're looking good.
This first section of the track, I think, is inter-weather. It's the last part of it, the last third roundabouts, that is just utterly bucketing down. And that's where I would worry about needing the wets first. Bortz'z on the very limits of grip there. If DRS has been disabled,
it's actually gotten a lot wetter than it was the previous lap.
That's what she said.
I don't know why she would say that. She's dumb. But yeah, look, it's. You know what? At this point, I'm actually kind of. I think he's gonna have to fit in another couple laps or so again, or maybe he's just gonna try to. Just to make it through this rainy period, but this is weird.
Well, let's see, because this coming up is now where the rain was really pouring down.
We got 26 laps to go, which would translate a rainy Spa to about 55 minutes or something. 40 and... Somebody has a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this game fucking had mechanical failures.
Yeah, they do. It does, rather.
They're just as frequent as in actual.
Yeah. That's one of the things I'm really looking forward to about the 2014 regs is those should
Yeah.
be nice recovery.
I know. Like, I like it when people make it to the end of the race, but at least, you know, some of the results are going to be really unpredictable, huh?
Whoa! Massive understeer there.
Nice.
Well done, but it's still massive understeer.
Didn't lose his head, didn't try to overcorrect, just, you know, did what he needed to do in that particular case.
Didn't move his head. Only you would say that. Look at all this fucking water.
I said didn't lose his head.
I thought you said move.
That would make sense, but no. Oh, there's his lapping of Charles Pic.
Whoa, still spin up into third gear, yikes.
Where's into... Look, the two people ahead are Lewis Hamilton and actually Jenson Button.
Whoa!
Blasted out of a Rouge, and you lucky dog.
Ooh.
You lucky dog.
Go, Bortz'z, go! Go, you can go in that time, Jesus.
I don't know what he's doing. That was weird. He could have went. He could have went
first
side.
Went by.
Yeah, But he is lucky that he didn't ruin his front wing in that moment.
Rear wing in that moment. The rear wing would be worse in this race.
Rear wing damage.
Oh, hey, look, speaking of people going off, look, there's the rest of going off. It's full wet time now, baby.
It is full wet time, and
look at going into the unnamed corner, that left-hander. Look how many cars are bunched up right now.
Oh dear, oh god.
It has gone.
Mr. Engineer.
It has gone from a light summer's rain to an absolute hurricane out there.
You know, at this point, I actually kind of wish they red flagged it so that we could get a proper restart. That'd be fun. But
or a safety car.
Or a safety
car. Knowing how they have no balls these days, this would be safety car weather.
Yeah, I'd be totally okay with. Oh dear.
That was nicely done.
Wow, it is sliding all over the place.
It looks like Ilya trying to drive in grid.
Looks like, yeah.
Speaking of which, I've picked 4 out of the 5 street tracks for our championship.
That's good. I pretty much know what circuit ones I like, so...
Good. And then Ilya has to choose between the ovals. Oh, wait.
No, he can do that. I have faith in him.
More than me.
There's not a lot of faith.
Alright. We see everybody and their mother diving into the pits now. There's Massa. He must have had a problem somewhere. Then again, who isn't at this point? Coming in for the extreme wets. Taking it nice and easy into the pit lane. Not wanting to crash into the barriers here. That would be awkward.
That would be awkward. Not just for you, but for every poor soul bunched up behind you.
Exactly. So, Bortz'z holding some people up there going in.
Hey, Nintendo announced Wii Party. Hey, a new Mario Kart.
The track is clear, but it's also extremely wet. Well,
Matt, Wii Fit U is delayed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I didn't even know that they had enough purchasers of the Wii U to continue making games for it.
I didn't even know they had enough balls to actually show off Wii Fit U at a gaming expo, but...
Oh!
Lucky. That could have ended bad.
That could have ended horribly.
Yeah, that could have been the end of our video right there.
Indeed. Felipe baby driving like a good...
It would have just had to fill the rest with like a black screen to not give away the fact that he crashes early on.
Early on? We're almost halfway through the race. What are you talking about?
Well, not quite halfway, so... Or earlier than the race finishes. Earlier than he would have crossed the finish line after 44 laps at Spa-Francorchamps.
I don't think you say the ps.
I neither do I, but, you know. It's the stylish pronunciation. Kind of see. That's got to be Schumacher ahead, right? That's not a lap.
Yeah, that's in Marussia, I think.
Yeah, 6 seconds. That's not Schumi. Shite. He might try and overtake if you make a mistake from 2 seconds down.
Yep, Charles Peak.
Wow, actually seeing Vic and Marussia totally fucks me up now. It really does. It's amazing how quickly, really, like F1 fans get accustomed, well, at least I do, to the changes in teams. Like, at this point, seeing Lewis in a McLaren would probably fuck me up, and that's just so weird, but it's cool at the same.
That's actually the one change I haven't gotten used to yet. I've gotten used to Perez and McLaren. I've gotten used to Hulk and a Sauber. I've gotten used to Sudal being back in a Force India, but I'm still not used to a Mercedes Lewis. Yellow flag. Somebody's been off. Two people are not. That's Schumacher and Ricardo. Schumacher and Ricardo are off as Bortz'z lets off
Bortz'z.
Accelerator.
Yeah, nice backing off there.
Yep.
Although this game does not penalize for ignoring yellows, does it? So
no.
Like, because you know what? I don't blame him. Like, it would be a nice feature, but knowing Cody's and their penalty systems, they'd probably botch it so hard that.
Oh yeah.
It would just ruin races left and right.
I mean, they already botched it by you can't overtake under yellow unless the game glitches because it puts you on autopilot, and yet they'll still give you penalties for overtaking under yellows when you can put your foot to the floor and it'll auto brake for you. I don't understand why they would implement that if they don't let you do it if you were forced to maintain.
Oh. Really, it's not very good at figuring out when it's probably really hard to program for those kinds of penalties because they're all very situational. But just leave it out.
Yeah. Or put a human steward in there.
Well, yeah, if somebody wants to play that role, but that person would just troll.
Well, they could, and then
put that feature in for leagues.
You know how Grid 2 has a cleanliness rating thing? You have like a same kind of rating for the driver stewards. There you are.
How would you know how clean they are? You'd have to have an actual system in then.
Well, no, player reviewed. Have like tribunals thing like Legends.
But I think the better thing would be just put in that feature, put it in for leagues. Damn.
Yeah, I'm not talking about actual like races having a steward, but have a steward position for like league races where you set up.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe that'll actually force you to get a better fucking replay system, Codemasters.
Yeah. I swear, if we fucking worked for them, things would be so much better.
Hire us, guys. We just spent 15 minutes shitting on your product.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking terrible.
Truth hurts.
It really does.
At least we admit that we're shit.
Yeah.
As the race continues with Bortz'z and P14.
What race?
Rain seems to be letting off a little bit.
Just a tad, and it's gonna take a while to dry off.
Oh no, for sure. Not like changing anytime soon, but it's not pouring like it was before.
It's probably not gonna take this compound to the end of the race, but
no way in hell.
Yeah. No, I don't just mean this compound, this type. I think it's gonna remain good enough for wets for the next 22 laps.
No,
but you never know. Oh dear, Andrew. Oh,
that was interesting.
That's fun. You having some Grid 2 practice? God. He drives like you. Seriously, like, guys, if you haven't seen Matt race, he loses it in every corner.
And I still win.
And he's still pretty quick. Like, I've seen your ghost on the Aston Martin challenge at Portimao. You lose in every corner, but you're still kind of quick. I don't get that. So he's probably...
Maybe I'm not losing it. Maybe I'm intentionally kicking the rear of the car out.
Yeah, I think you're intentionally doing it, but it looks like you're losing it.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic. because it fucks with your head. As Bortz'z takes
really
up 12th place, passes Senna, not hard to do, since considering Bruno was too shit for Williams. Now we're behind Weber, who... Why did they come in again? Why did the AI stop again? Did they change back to inters?
Did Weber stop again?
Yeah.
Did he come out of the pit?
Glock is on inters, I think. Glock's on inters! And Bortz'z almost loses it. Jesus.
Yeah. Why does he lose? Is like too wet for wets?
That or too dry for wets.
But it doesn't look like it.
Looks could be deceiving. There's Kovalainen.
I'm sure that's your pickup line, Matt, but...
And then is it any wonder that I'm still single?
Was it ever?
No, I don't think so.
How far away is Weber again?
Fuck if I know.
Well, we need to see, like...
Look at the fuel. Bortz'z is actually 2 laps up on fuel projections. That's a nice change.
What is this? Andrew, who is this man driving? Why did you let him record a race? It's you.
Well, we still haven't heard about Hulkenberg's fuel consumption yet.
Yeah. So far, this race is a fucking failure.
Exactly.
That's, by the way, one thing Grid 2 really bad about is showing the gaps between people. It's not good at it.
2 seconds to Weber, so those guys ahead. One of them is Weber. And since nobody's hurrying to overtake the other, I would assume that P12 is right in front of them. Or P10, excuse me.
Hoping that Andrew can actually catch up to Weber so we can see what tires he's on. That's, you know.
There's Maldonado in P10.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's all green. They're green. They're green.
Green, green, green.
They are on intermediate tires.
That is really bizarre. And you know what's the saddest part? I think if Andrew, like right now, went in and changed for inters, he'd be sliding all over the place.
I don't know. We haven't seen the heat level of his tires. They might be in that weird transitional period where they're still the better tire to be on, but they're overheating.
How spread out is this field? If he stopped right now, he'd rejoin in 15th. That's 3 places down. That's barely anything.
Oh yeah, behind him is well, Kimmy.
And Narain?
Yeah, well, we expect that from the rain.
Well, I don't expect 2 lapped cars to pull over on two different sides of the different sides of the fucking circuit. You know, like here's a slalom challenge for you. You shit. And we're into 11th. Good pass on slower Weber. Now let's see how he can catch Mr. Socialist there.
Indeed. Here comes the capitalism. Suck on it, you crazy. As per usual, the socialist is blocking progress.
Rather early braking.
Not letting the others move forward. Only so.
Yeah, I got nothing on that. I pretty much agree.
Alright, there's the backmarker's obligatory political section.
Yeah. Join us next week when we discuss French gay marriage laws. While also watching some F1 game or some shit.
All I heard was French and gay. Whenever I think of French, I think they're all gay. But anyway, moving on.
You know, you just made me think of Talladega Nights. That one Formula 1 character, fucking hysterical. Their portrayal of...
Who's he supposed to be? Alain Prost?
I don't know. I think he's just supposed to be the stereotypical European that all Americans imagine when they want to feel good about themselves. Which is always.
When I want to feel good about myself, well, there's really not much I can do.
I thought you were going somewhere entirely somewhere else with that.
Where did you think I was going to go with that?
Into your pants? With your hand?
You thought I was going to go into my pants?
Pretty much. Pretty much. But look at that weather system, Matt. I know how much you enjoy it. Oh, we've got a good run on Pastor, but got a top speed here. Not quite enough to make a move, but there's all the chances that he's going to brake early. He does not. Or is it Bortz'z that sort of? Yeah, Bortz'z broke. Oh.
Those are on the outside of the socialists.
That was.
It leaves them behind.
Really slow from Maldonado. That
That
was 1991 all over again.
91?
Well, yeah, the collapse of the United, the Soviet Union.
Oh, Soviet Union. Yeah. I thought, 89, 91. Debatable. Or on the outside.
No, not debatable. 91. Officially written down, 91.
Oh, no, officially written down, 91.
When it stopped existing, which is...
Yeah, you're right.
No, it started like, I think...
The collapse started in, 89. But
yeah, I think the little country started to secede and maybe even 89, yeah.
There was all the wall, and then they let one... I think, didn't they let Poland go, and then everyone was just like, okay, off the ship.
Poland was never part of it.
The Warsaw Pact. I'm not talking about necessarily the USSR.
The Warsaw. Okay.
I'm saying of the Warsaw Pact. I think Poland left, and then immediately joined NATO, and then everyone was just like, Banzai! And jumped as fast as they could.
Poland leaving the Warsaw Pact.
It might have been Ukraine.
No, it was not Ukraine. Now, don't you find there's something delicious about Poland leaving the Warsaw Pact?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of funny.
Okay, got a little loose into the final turn, but we're okay. That first turn is called the source, right?
Yeah, the source.
Okay. Because, you know, I do lots of live commentary shit for a junior series, and I need to know the corners, basically.
Just put a track map up next to you.
That's what I usually do, but, you know, it'd be nice not to do that.
We're getting blue sky from pouring rain to blue sky. This is Spa.
It's for blue sky. Apparently Wind Waker HD and people are going nuts. What is wrong with you? You all played that game already. Jesus.
Alright, I can't read Italian. What is Ferrari trying to say?
No, what are they? Where are they trying to say something?
Recentemente per fare un passo in avanti. Avente.
Yeah, I got no idea what that means. All I hear is Mario, Goombas, Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Peach. You want a fun fact, man? I never played a Mario game.
I've played them, but I never owned one.
Well, yeah, and I never owned one. I never owned a Nintendo console, believe it or not.
Apparently Mark Robinson is the name of the marshal who got squished.
38 years old. I wouldn't refer to it as squished, that's canon.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. He got run over by a fucking Gurkha.
Squished has the kind of Three Stooges tone to it.
I guess.
How far away is Lewis?
15 seconds.
16 seconds, yeah. We're good. Yeah, I'm sure that gap will be gone in notes. We've got 17 laps to go. No, 18. Yeah, the gap to Lewis is huge. He's already entering the calm.
Did you say La Cum? Oh my.
Less calms.
La Cum. La Cum is something different. Ask Steve about it later.
Okay. Sex ed with Steve Stoop.
Oh god. Can you imagine?
No. Oh no.
What's up, everybody? Now it's time to find out what you do with your penis.
Oh god.
I think that our commentaries need, like, we have obligatory political sections and a political penis reference. I think that, like, no commentary is complete. Oh god, we're never gonna make TV.
You know, I think we need to take, like, sound clips of Steven, like, just, you know, pretend like he's here.
Eat the poo-poo!
Yeah. just have him shout that every 20 minutes and say, yeah, good, Steve. Thank you.
And then they lick at the asshole, and they eat it to poo-poo.
Oh dear. That was loose. That was really loose. And
That's what she said.
Okay, now it's Inter's weather. Now I'm with you. And look how much time he lost to Lewis on that one sector alone.
Yeah, I need to come in for those.
Okay, 2 sectors, but yeah, he lost 6 seconds over 2 sectors. That's... Oh, really? Hamilton spitting in? Thank you. I think Bortz'z should follow suit. No.
Preempt it,
Come
maybe?
Come on, Andrew.
Nope.
Come on. Fucking mother horse shit. Really, Andrew? God damn it. You kid. Like, he can... What is he even playing at? Do you think he can really hold these wets until it gets completely dry?
I've done it.
Yeah, but it's not going to work.
I've done it, and it worked. It won me the race.
Yeah, you'll see how it won't work here.
I've done it, and it won me
a race. It never works with Andrew Bortz'z. I don't know how it works with you. In Bortz'z races, it never works.
Yeah, you're right.
But then again, none of his wet tire strategies really work. Like, he needs actual pit strategists, and not just some guy that randomly mentions Hulkenberg's fuel once in a while.
Yeah. There's a drawing line there.
So what's he going to do? Because he can barely hold it at the moment. He's just massively slowing Hulkenberg and whoever that is behind him down, and that's going to be an attempt by Nico Hulkenberg in a Force India. That's jarring. And he passes him, and Maldonado about to do the same thing. And he does.
It's going to be a crash.
That actually nearly was a crash.
Oh, Weber! Weber getting a little bit frisky there.
I think that's it. Is there anybody else behind him? There's kind of
two more, but they're only just now coming into the braking sector.
Yeah, I don't know what Andrew's playing out of this.
He needs to come in now. There's no more debate about it. You need to get a set of the greens on now.
Well, he needed to do it last lap. I don't know what the hell he's doing. 6 seconds over 2 sectors. If that doesn't clue in, nothing will.
I mean, even if you take out the mistake from that, because it was a mistake, you're still talking like 3 seconds of straight pace that you lost. I don't understand why he didn't come in.
About to lose out to Perez.
Oh, Perez looks like he was going to make a move and decided better against it. That's also jarring.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
and there's a pass into the bus stop chicane by, well, not even quite into, like before it. And then common sense. Wow. Did not expect. He will rejoin in 14th, 15th.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, he will definitely not rejoin in 14th. That's a load of crap.
Why is he going out to dry tires?
Wait, what? What tires? Sorry, what?
Primes.
Okay, this race should be about 30 minutes longer. Wait, it actually doesn't look too bad.
This is gonna be painful. Pucker your assholes.
Oh, Rouge. That could have been bad. And the braking into Lecombe will... Oh, God damn it. The braking into that corner will be also pretty painful. So he does it like 2 kilometers ahead of time.
Here comes somebody.
I don't know.
Button.
Jensen Button
tires.
The race. On what tires?
Inners.
Oh, wow. Common sense. Ah.
Here goes Alonso.
Here goes Vettel. Here goes Vettel.
There goes Bortz'z almost.
That actually is probably a really good race between the three then, if they're still all together. And they are.
As we just saw.
Yeah, I know.
You dropped the ball on that one a little bit.
I know. Yeah. Well, you know, I've never been too good at any of this. It's not like I want to do some of this for a living, right?
I know, right?
Shit. Well, he's looking all right. I thought it would go worse than it did, but I imagine he already cost
How much
himself.
worse can it go than this? Pit stop's like 20 seconds, and he's just now hitting his best lap time.
Well,
If you factor the 20 seconds into it, he's still like another 20 seconds down.
Yeah, I think he already cost himself that pit stop time with 1 lap. I can see that.
Even if he gets all the heat in the tires right now, he's just lost the pit stop.
I told you that strategy wouldn't work.
I knew it wasn't going to work. I knew the second that he flicked up onto primes, I was like, what is he smoking?
Some good stuff.
Bit more grip now going into Eau Rouge. I don't know why he's even bothering to weave at this point.
This is going to be a painful 3 or 4 laps, isn't it?
He is getting some heat in the tires, so it's not like crisis mode yet. I mean, yeah, he's way far down. There's nothing you can do about that at this point. Light rain in 15 minutes.
Oh god, it's like the race director the race director was suddenly replaced with the AI director from Left 4 Dead who just decided to fuck him in the ass. Oh god. Man, I miss Left 4 Dead.
Why don't we play it?
I would. I really would. I think I have at least the first one installed. I just love Left 4 Dead. It's one of my favorite, really, games. Better than watching this crap. What? Who is that behind him? Is that Bruno or is that lap traffic?
I don't know.
It's not Bruno.
Might be Kovalainen.
He's 16 seconds on his prior pace, and before that he was 12 seconds down on his pace, so really no achievement there, I don't think. But it does look good. Looks alright now.
Tires look fine.
Yeah. Tires look fine, track looks dry enough. Maybe he should have waited just that one more nah, he had to pit though.
He was losing 6 seconds and he lost about 30 doing what he did. So if he waited another 2 laps, he would have been in better shape.
Yeah. Oh, that was messy. When did we get so critical of Bortz'z? Usually we're like, hey, yeah, Bortz'z, go for the win. Now we're just jaded and like, yeah, whatever.
I stopped caring. Love you, Andrew.
Yeah, no, seriously, dude. Thank you. This has been a fun race. Too bad your tire strategy is dog shit. Not the good kind of dog shit, which apparently exists. Huh. A shorter stretch between. What are you talking about? What stops? So you're gonna stop again after this? The fuck, man?
I think he was talking about somebody else who put on option tires.
I know. They're talking about Senna who's behind him, but like, what the? Can't you like hire Rocky, Smedley, Mark Slade, whoever else just to record some lines?
Well, they had Smedley for 2010.
Add Smedley for 2010?
Yeah, that's who the engineer was for 2010.
Ah, cool.
And then I think they decided that they would rather save money and have some...
Too much money on the guy who everybody in F1 likes.
Yeah.
Because, like, really, everybody likes Rob Smedley.
Yeah, Smedley's awesome. What was it that he said when Felipe had a moment during the race? You cleared you cleared yourself from the traffic, or something like that.
I don't remember. I remember his famous "fuck's sake, Felipe," which was spot 2011. got 25 minutes of this to go. Of this. Wow, I sounded negative. I apologize.
Wow, asshole.
I know, I'm sorry. We're catching up to somebody, but who on earth knows who that even is?
It's,
Is it Dan or is it lap traffic?
But
Ah, yeah, it's on lap traffic. Okay. Are we about to see Andrew Bortz'z try to unlap himself from Jensen Button? Because that's going to be fun. And where's the other two people?
They might not have pitted yet.
Well, no, but is he first or is he third? I don't quite see what the...
I couldn't see.
Well, you're the one of the high quality. Isn't that why you're here?
Yeah, but I couldn't. I wasn't looking for that. I was looking.
You're not likable or useful in any other way, so. Whatever compound Button's on, he is reasonably quick at the moment. And Bortz's strategy did not work. And we're... Oh, wow. We're gonna have rain.
Button's in the lead.
Yeah, Button's in the lead, which means that... But he stopped, because there are his dry tires. So where are the other two?
I don't know.
Looks like we've seen the race decide, and maybe we could have found out what happened to him, but you know, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, I know.
I know. It's not even interesting in the slightest. You know what is interesting? A cockpit cam that we can stare at for 94 minutes. Coming out of our Rouge and onto the Camel Straight.
Here it's open.
Here it's open isn't doing much. It's not doing much. Not doing much. Reasonable braking. Quicker than our previous pace, which is probably track drying out. Something. That was going to be difficult to unlap himself, that's for certain. There goes Nico Rosberg with the fastest lap. That's rather concerningly 2 seconds quicker than what Andrew set on the previous lap. Not the previous lap. Hamilton even quicker than his teammate, except he's not his teammate in this game. Alright, looks like Andrew can actually put in a pretty quick time here. That should be interesting. He is letting Button get quite a bit away though. And oh, I wonder who that is. It's probably Alonso. Andrew, pull over off the racing line. Thank you. Where'd you go, man? Oh, Vettel! Wow, that was beautiful.
Vettel went full Gurke there.
Yeah.
I knocked Bortz'z his helmet off center.
That was bad.
I was falling asleep until then.
Yeah, what an interesting turn. Yeah. Excuse me there.
Want to pass this guy? I'm really quick and I'm the finger boy and I'm just shit, yeah. Oh shit! Oh god, if only he did that in real life.
It is interesting that he's in second, which means Alonso is in third, but now probably in second.
Alonso probably just was like, okay, go ahead and wreck your own race, child.
Yeah. Not a very accurate representation of real F1.
Unfortunately.
I don't remember when was the last time Sebastian Vettel wrecked his own race.
Canada 2011.
Well, he didn't wreck it, he still finished second.
Well, in the scheme of things.
Yeah, still.
Yeah,
still was.
race. Yeah, fuck.
Well, yeah, fair enough, but difficult. No, it's actually I'm not even gonna say Canada 2011. I'm gonna say. That is difficult. I'm gonna say when he collided with Carthagena in 2012.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. Was that Malaysia? Was that China? Or was it Bahrain? It's one of those.
That was at Malaysia.
Oh dear, hey.
A little bit frisky from Fernando.
Yep.
Vettel's already caught him.
Can't quite see how his front wing's doing there after that, but. And maybe if Bortz'z is quick enough, we can keep up and see the fight. Between, let's be honest here, the two people who are going to fight for the championship this year.
Yeah, pretty much. Kimmy still has a shot if they can get their car in place, but no. I don't think they have the money to keep up these.
The Lotus, the Pirelli changes plus the fact that Lotus is, as usual, entering their mid-season slump. Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, they're lucky if they can get another win this year.
If they eventually roll out their device.
Double DRS?
Yeah, the double DRS.
That's dead. That's not coming out. That's like last Guardian.
That was always something that they had in reserve for Spa in Italy. You never know.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, there's really no other track to use it at besides, okay, maybe India, maybe Austin, Korea. The latter half of the races.
Well, fair enough.
Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
Not usually, but. Nine laps to go. What are the odds that something interesting is going to happen? Yeah, that's what I thought. My God, I see a French journalist for predicting a 2014 lineup for Williams. You ready to shit your pants? Rosberg, Bottas.
Why would Rosberg leave Mercedes?
I don't know. Maybe there's somebody there. Oh, he posted all of the predictions. Let me see. If you want, I'll read them out to you.
Sure.
Full disclosure, this is Nicolas Duras from
I like how you said from there.
Yeah, I know. FW2. All right, so what he says is Vettel, Raikkonen, Red Bull, Grosjean, Byrne, Lotus. He's a big Byrne fan though, so take that with a huge pitch of salt. Alonso, Massa, Ferrari, Button, Rosberg. Wait, Rosberg is twice in there? That's a lot of Rosberg.
Keke's coming back.
Sam Bird, Lewis Hamilton for Mercedes.
Who the fuck is Sam Bird?
That's their big tester guy. He's really good around Monaco. Hulkenberg, Prince, Sauber, which is kind of my prediction now that I think about it. Paul di Resta, Adrian Sutil, Force India. Felix da Costa and Daniel Ricciardo, Toro Rosso. Stefano Coletti and Jules Bianchi, Marussia. And then he says it's just a personal guess and that he forgot Kevin Magnussen from World Series by Renault, and then that's why he removes Rosberg from McLaren. Okay.
So Magnussen at McLaren? That could be tasty.
Well, he is their junior, but
but that would be tasty.
That would be delicious, but I don't know how possible.
But they're probably going to bend over and open their ass for the Telmex money.
Telmex, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I really would want to see Kevin. They have a really good junior program, but with them signing a young driver from, let's be honest, another junior program. I don't know. Well, yeah, they took the FTA guy. And I think FTA themselves are trying to, keep the tabs on Nico Hulkenberg and of course they got Jules Bianchi, which, if you were to ask me Perez or Bianchi, I'd say Bianchi even before Bianchi was an F1, so.
It's getting cloudy.
It's getting cloudy. for our commentary. Commentary's getting cloudy. Getting really fucking interesting. Got 12 seconds to Dan Ricciardo now, which I think is more than it was before. A couple laps ago. But again, this is Andrew Bortz'z Caterham in its late race lump.
Whatever happens to his Caterham in the late race.
Yeah, pretty much. He's got 2 laps on fuel, so smart going for Rich because he's 1 lap down, so he can afford to go -1. Okay, he's +1 now. That was quick.
Almost as if that was planned.
Well, if he pits right now, he will rejoin exactly where he is. Nice. Convenient. And we've got 7 arduously long laps to go. So Matt, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think this is?
What do I think? What is?
Well, this race. How was it?
Oh, it was interesting. The rain brought some excitement. Thought that we might have a nice mix-up of the field, but Bortz'z really blew the strategy. The switch right from wets to dries was debatable. He waited very long to get onto inters originally. Pretty much put himself back where he started. Nothing really changed. So we're seeing a few drops and spits of rain now. Depending on how heavy it is, it won't make much of a difference unless it starts.
I think even if they go to like a snail's pace, I don't think there's a chance in hell the Bortz'z is going to be catching most of the people ahead.
Yeah.
There's just not enough distance to do that. And we all know how good he is with wet weather strategy.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It's the strategy that ruined it. It was a good drive from Bortz'z. Well controlled. The moments he had in the wet, he didn't let them get out of control. You know, a decent effort, but it just blew the strategy. Pretty much sums it up.
Andrew, you really should employ some editing on your races. Edit together the highlights. Like, who did that? Who edited together the highlights?
He used to.
I used to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back when it was just me commentating before I grabbed you.
Oh. That's hot.
Flying past Raikkonen there. Up on Felipe, baby.
He's lapping the person in 18th, which just shows you how close this fucking field is. We're lapping the person 2 positions behind. That's a quick one from Alonso. It's a really quick one from Alonso. Well, that's where he's lapping. Why do you need him to do that? What does it matter at this point? Why did he even say that? What a bullshit artist this fucking engineer is. Oh god. I think Matt's fallen into a coma and I can blame him really. Blame him for the next 10 minutes and 27 seconds. I'm going to be struggling to keep my eyes awake. I've been up for all the E3 stuff overnight. I went to sleep at 7 AM. It's not the usual for me, not the norm. Especially not in an exam day. On an exam day. We're in P16, and let's be honest here, barring some major downpour, that's where we're going to end up. Decent race from Andrew, kept his nose clean for the most part. All the damage he picked up was not his fault. It was the AI kind of buggering up into bus stop or exiting, oh god, Lesource. And there we're gonna go into the 40th lap with 5 laps to go. Andrew actually laps his best lap of the race, so good job. It's still 2 and something seconds slower than best time set by Fernando Alonso, but let's be honest, that's probably what the Caterham should be. Usually that's what it ends up being by the end stage of the race. Into Eau Rouge, it's really hard to commentate watching just one car.
Yeah, but no real replay system means this is what we're given.
So beautiful. Look, it's driving, and now it is
driving some more.
Yeah, it's like, to make this interesting, Andrew has to drive like shit, which we don't get that often. So
no, very rarely. The last time I remember him driving like shit was.
Oh, thankfully we don't have 5 left to go. We got
4.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, there's a wall.
Thanks, Andrew.
Might have had fewer if he had actually plowed that harder.
Yeah.
But
no. Andrew heard us retroactively, and he was like, "Oh,
here you go." He knew that I actually fell asleep for a minute or two there.
Yeah, I kind of figured that much. He either fell asleep or like went to take a shit or something, or went to take a shit and fell asleep on the toilet. Like who even does that?
Oh, what I'm told.
Kind of closing up on Ricardo, but like there's anything that can be done with.
Oh, at best we can lap this guy and be done with that.
Yay!
Charles Peak.
Hey Charles, in P23.
Yeah.
Same P24.
Yeah,
and...
Raikkonen.
Oh, that's Raikkonen?
Yeah, that's Raikkonen.
Alright, that's pretty surprising, I'm gonna admit.
Oh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you'll admit that.
I got 3 laps of this fun time adventure to go. Oh god. I think the lack of sleep's finally catching up to me. Took a while, but there it is.
There's a gap of around 10 seconds. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing. There's a gap of around 10 seconds, so we have 3 laps to go.
Yeah, if you make up 3 and 1/3, 3 minutes 20 seconds every. We're down 1 lap on fuel, so he stopped pushing, so that's good. He can visit the pits and still, you know. Actually, Senna's kind of closing in, sort of. He was at 42, and now he's 28. But what does it matter?
It really doesn't.
Life is meaningless. Life is hell. We're all gonna die.
At the rate this commentary is going, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be there to upload it. No, that's a bad question. Who's gonna be there to watch this shit? Like, if you watch this shit, if you made it to this point, I fucking salute you. You are a true awesome viewer, and you got way too much fucking spare time on your hands. Go out, like, I don't know, donate something to charity, do some
blood.
Yeah, do some community work. What are you doing with your life?
Look at your life. Look at your choices.
And I think this is the really the final message of this race. What are we doing with our lives?
I don't know.
What are we watching? Andrew, what horror have you wrought upon us? Why am I getting all metaphysical here? I'm just kidding, that's not what metaphysical means.
Yeah, I was about to say, the fuck are you on? Why are we getting all metaphysical? Okay. On that bombshell, I think this commentary is starting to wrap itself up. It was an interesting race for about 5 laps. The other 39 were debatable.
My favorite part was when he really slowly scrolled through the grid.
My favorite part has yet to happen.
Is when this fucking video ends.
Way to spoil it, Sunshine.
Sorry. Maybe then we can do something exciting, like watch grass grow.
Yeah.
Paint dry. Still more interesting than the Canada Grand Prix. Okay,
yeah, true. No, that is true.
I really do love Circuit Gilles now, so.
I love the circuit, but that race was horrible.
Shell V-Power. I'm actually looking at the fucking sponsor.
Allianz. Red, yellow, V-Power, Pirelli. Pirelli. Allianz again. Joke, Lorelli. V-Power.
I have been meaning to tell you this for a long time. Really? Is this what you're going with? LOL Rally?
Yeah.
Is that the best you could come up with?
Oh, it's the best I could come up with that. That was
not like,
complete.
Not like piss rally, not like shit rally, all rally.
Like I said, that's the best I could do without going totally inappropriate.
Oh god.
I mean, I was gonna put fuck rally, but you know.
The fuck rally actually sounds kind of kinky.
Yeah. You want the fuck rally?
Oh yeah, you sound like an Italian like chef. Or...
You have a good time, but it doesn't last more than 5 minutes without breaking. And then when it's a break, a really random British guy come to defend it and suck the cock. And then I take it up the ass.
Got half a lap to go of this. I really want all of you to think about this. What are we doing here? Was the payoff worth it? We're finishing in 16th place. That's a total of 0 points for Andrew, who drove rather well, but I don't know how he puts himself to this. It's a rather... Oh, God. Andrew, go race online. Go race in iRacing. iRacing's awesome. You're gonna have so much fun, and you're gonna kick some ass of other players, and it's actually gonna be really dynamic. Jensen Button wins the 2012 made-up Belgian Grand Prix. Did he actually win the real one? In 2012?
I don't know.
I think so.
He might have.
Yeah, I think so. He just ran away with it, I think. And our pain comes to an end.
Merciful God, thank you.
He did not finish 13th or above, but honestly, who gives a shit? Let's see who it is. We didn't have a single retirement. It's Jensen Button from Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel, so no change there. Then Kamui Kobayashi, Nico Rosberg, Romain Grosjean, Lewis Hamilton, Jean-Eric Verne, Pastor Maldonado, Nico Hulkenberg, and out of the points, Sergio Perez, Mark Webber, Michael Schumacher, Paul Di Resta, Daniel Ricciardo, Andrew Bortz'z in 16th place, Bruno Senna, Felipe Massa, Heikki Kovalainen, Narayan Karthikeyan, and fuck you. In the Drivers' Championship, Fernando Alonso leads Lewis Hamilton by 65 points. Then it's his teammate Jensen. Then it's Nico Rosberg. And Bortz'z sits in 5th place. Let's see who hasn't scored any points yet. That should be interesting. Pedro De La Rosa in HRTs, both HRTs. Caterham, both Mauritius. Yeah, that's what you'd expect. In the Constructors, it's McLaren all the way, which is kind of interesting because I think Alonso leads with a huge gap, means Massa isn't scoring at all. Wow, that's kind of like real 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really realistic, Codemasters. That's the only... Oh, I'm
right.
sorry.
Yeah, anyway, we got 20 seconds.
Battle crashed in front of me. Remove the cameraman. That never happens in
Alright,
F1.
20 seconds, or 10 seconds.
None of this ever happens in F1.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
This game is a bunch of fuck.
Oh, God. See you guys later.